to break them. And I think that there is that, which is how slow they get, riled up.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a little bit of a slow start, but remember, they're starting on the attacking side of Atlas is always starting on the attacking side, and that means they get to set the tempo, they get to set the pace right here. So that's going to be really important, I think, going into the upcoming games, especially on Icebox when they can really start to figure out the opponent side.
Yeah.
And one more thing I think is going to work in the favor of Atlas is that the more that they do that, the more they get a read onto Arkangel's experience, the more that they're actually going to be sort of in an advantaged position, I think.
Very true. Now let's see where they're going to actually set things up. It seems like Arkangel are going to be going for a kind of standard strat, double peek outside of Shower, Josh S. and Johan. You know Josh S., he came from VVV, Veni Vidi Vici, if I'm mistaken. That was the team of Prodigy, but decided to go for Arkangel, where I think he kind of felt a little bit more at home, see that his fruits are bearing some, or his labor are bearing pretty fruits, and it is going to pop out immediately as he spots out Collide with that one. Johan follows up, gets that double kill, and well, Atlas scratching their heads with the 3-man.
They were ready for it, actually. They were waiting for it with 2 people. It's just that they straight up lost the aim duel, and sometimes that's all she wrote. So the response here is going towards B. They will be able to get on the side here. Dre will be maybe caught a little bit off and gets a beautiful shot right there. Nice timing onto Nasny. He almost finds a second onto Johan. Johan gets low, but Tim is still alive right here. PBD going through teleporter, finding his way towards Hookah. Might be in a good position for a flank now. Towards the side he goes, but he actually gets that kill right there onto Tim. What a shot, backed up by Carl, and that's going to be the first round for Arkangel.
That could have been nastier than it might have been, but I guess it's the 3 versus 5. You get yourself that nice little advantage, and Atlas could not power through the amount of people just rushing in from the defenders, which is, again, Arkangel. Nice little play there from PBD. He knew that he had the flank there, but he didn't have to play slow. All he had to do was rush through outside teleporter, dash right in, and basically play the pinch, which really screwed up the the focus of the members of Atlas there. But at least for Atlas's side, they did get that plant, so that's going to give them a little bit more money to work with. Dre is going to be playing on that Sheriff while Tim on the go, so maybe they can make something happen here. At least worst, best case scenario, plant that spike.
And buying like this, I'm not sure if it's always a good idea up against a team like Arkangel. They know how to go and do anti-ecos right here. They're going for the, I think, element of surprise, which might work against them. They might pick 1 or 2, but once Arkangel knows that there's a Sheriff and a Ghost on board right there, they're going to play a little bit more careful. And look at this beautiful camera placement. There's so much information gained right now. They have no idea. But they're already towards B, but Carl is going to make short work of the Atlas side. 3 quick kills for him. Arkangel gets through that eco round. Dre's going to be low on economy.
Talk about how Arkangel might not be warmed up, but they are looking pretty fiery already here at Lustrado as they start things strong. It's not the end of the world just yet, because we're just breaking the tip of the iceberg here, as Atlas will finally get their first gun round with everybody except for Dre playing on the Vandal. So Dre, I actually thought it would be the opposite, where you kind of want the Vandal as the entry, but I guess he wants to be able to get that what's the word here, spray transfer weapon, rather than the one-tappers.
I think it's probably to do because Dre's really entry fragging, and it's something you can really do with the Jet.
Yeah.
Nice double peek right there from Arkangel. He does get on. He does get that kill. The double peek right there with the AWP. Now there's information that there is a sniper available from the side of Arkangel. They actually switch out that AWP Upper goes to PBD now after that peek towards mid. And I like how this keeps them guessing right now. So PBD, he gets a pick. He feels confident in going for A. So now they're going to hold passively in A, but it's going towards B. The spike is actually going to be headed there right now. And they still haven't spotted this camera.
That camera is pretty filthy. Nasmi really finding one out. And I believe that is going to be the ultimate usage by Carl, who will be flushing out the back of the site. Spike will get denied, and this is going to be Atlas panicking to try to get that particular item in already. Not even have a chance, and that is going to be the team ace here, courtesy of Josh S. And yes, of course, Prime Gaming, flawless indeed.
It is a great, flawless round for Atlas to help them secure their economy. And one of the best things that you can do after buying an operator on your side is to really win a flawless round. It just helps you secure that economy, regain that investment that you just made on that operator, because it is a really expensive investment in the end. It's 5,000 credits.
Yeah.
Now, however, on the other side, Atlas, they lose everything, and they're forced to go into a 5 Sheriff buy. I'm really actually enjoying that. I do think that's a good idea.
Yeah, because I mean, 3 shots with the Sheriff is a kill, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get the 3 shots, though. Carl always taking the head of Dre, but that, of course, goes 2 ways. It's going to almost be a knockout, but that's going to allow Atlas to maybe sneak their way onto A. But PBD, he's just too close. He's just too aware of what is happening all around him, and he will be on point. He was a little bit slow during the group stage, but we're seeing him pop off right now with a 3K on the 4th round.
Dre is about to make contact here in back. Collision course with Johan. Josh S, they're not going to make any mistakes, and this is a good sign for Arkangel. When you are winning your anti-egos this cleanly, it just means one thing. It just means that you have your fundamentals in check, you've got your coordination as a team, you're not making any silly mistakes that's costing you economy. You know? And having that happen, it just helps you build and secure more rounds later on. It's an even better investment. So Arkangel, they're looking very, very good here in Atlas. They have yet to find a single crack in the defense of Arkangel.
It's the same problem all over again for Atlas here. They don't have a true flasher. People will point out Omen, but it's not the same as like a Breach. It's not the same as a Sky, which is available right now, guys. And again, those dry peaks not really working. Now, but the triple dry peak it gets the 1-for-1, which could allow Atlas to make something happen. They're pushing up B long, so they have some options here. Either go for B if they can get control of Hookah, or at least teleport towards Showers and go for A. But the thing about that is Arkangel is playing the proactiveness here as they are going through short. Still though, Clyde just sniffs it out. Shuts down Johan, and a chance for Atlas.
I really like that read right there from Atlas. They show 3 players in B long, which just means that they know that they're vulnerable from mid or from Showers. And they're very careful about it. See, look how they're checking Showers, but Yoshi gets caught off here. Sorry, it is actually Dre. He doesn't expect him to be that far ahead already, but now they have information. So Atlas definitely are very self-aware. They know that they have vulnerabilities because they showed 3-man presence in one area, but they made up for it now. It's a 3v3 attempt towards this A site.
If Clyde over pushes this, he might actually be in a pinch there. Still helps him out. Will get taken down by Carl. But Spike will get planted. Ability, chance again for Atlas to make this work in the 2 versus 2. Yoshi going to be pushing out, and he finds Josh S perfectly. Can he spot out the one onto triple cross. My goodness, that 180 onto Carl is fan-freaking-tastic, and Atlas claim themselves around.
That was a big, big whiff right there from Carl. That should have been his kill all day long, caught looking the wrong way, but perhaps a little bit of nerves starting to show. Finally, a seep, a crack in the defense of Arkangel has now been spotted. Will this break open the floodgates here for Atlas? May they be able to sneak in and win a few more rounds? We're about to find out right now, because PBD, he picks up that op again, and that just really forces his economy very, very low.
Yeah, should be able to still buy up, though. That's the thing. Now, here's another extra little cherry on top for the stats. But before that, though, Yoshi activates, of course, his Hunter's Fury.
Wow.
And his Fury will be unleashed as he finds a second. That is going to allow the information on an A to be had. Dre's going to be on the backside already with the flank, as he takes control of A Heaven. They heard his updraft, so they know that he's there, but still, the control on A is for Atlas. That's why it's A.
I love what Dre is doing here. He doesn't need to peek. He knows he doesn't need to peek. All he does is, all he needs to do is secure this angle right now. Will he be checked in this corner? He will, but that's still some information given. It's still a 4v5. And now they know that there's actually at least one person pushing Heaven. Tim gets that kill in response. Nice tap away, and this has to be a save right now for Arkangel after that really expensive op investment.
I'm loving how Atlas has adjusted to this one. They're the team that plays without the flasher, and it works. I love how they're kind of adjusting to this, because this is how some of the other NA teams, I believe, have kind of situated themselves at. But that's going to be the 2-4, still with PBD being able to save this operator. It's going to be really, really big. Just to kind of finish what I was saying before they pushed into the site, Atlas and Arkangel, specifically Yoshi and, what was it? Yoshi and Carl have had the highest KDA ratio behind Dispenser. For Dispenser, it's 2.56, but with Carl and Yoshi, 2.06 and 2.40.
Wow.
So they really have been racking these kills. Granted, Dre has been popping off, but the thing about that is he pops off in the defending side. Dre is kind of like the piñata for Atlas during the attacking, because he has to get that information. He has to push in to allow his teammates to get that control after he gets that initial.
And that's, you know, and also on top of that, that set piece that Atlas just showed us, that was beautiful. The combination with the Hunter's Fury, man, that just worked like a well-oiled machine right there on the side of Atlas. They were absolutely on point with that. Execute. And this is something that you can only do if you practice as a team. Like, you really, you know, practice those things ahead of time and make sure you get that execute on lock. It's beautiful to see. And Arkangel, they were showing that they were absolutely not ready for that.
Gonna be using the Cypher Cage for the cross. Clyde is going to be using his paranoia here just to make sure. And PBD, he doesn't miss those a lot, but when he does, it's going to be the punish for Dre and Bry as they start to go in for the B side. Carl is just going to be, well, slowed out of his mind, and he did not expect Dre to challenge him. The confidence for Atlas as they are playing on a high from the 0-4, looking for that 3-4.
This is what's so scary about Atlas. When they get that ball rolling, it's like a steam engine. They're unstoppable here. It's like once you give them an inch, they will take a mile. Every single time they win a round or two in a very convincing fashion, it just snowballs them. And I absolutely love seeing this from them, that they can win rounds this decisively. The way that they punish, there is no hesitation. Once, oh man, but once PBD missed that shot towards Hookah, how quick were they to just, you know, capitalize on that and take the entire B site? It's amazing.
True, and props to Johan, or rather not Johan, Clyde D. His paranoia not only covered the entirety of Hookah, it also got outside of it. So even though PBD was able to get out of harm's way, he dashed even and got underneath the
Can I get a drop?
under Hookah, right?
Thanks.
He was running onto the B site. He got caught in the cross and he had no information, no visual confirmation whatsoever because of the paranoia still hitting. So that was just fantastic from Clyde right there, and shows to us that Atlas right now, they're not a chicken without a head running around on the attacking side. They have set their strategies already with the pieces that they have, and it is just looking mighty fine for them. Still, PBD does still have his operator, so we'll have to see where he kind of situates himself at. The double peek onto the B-Long, and that is going to be Tim to handle with Bri. Tim, though, does he have his Resurrect? I believe he has. So a wall and Resurrect should get Bri up to speed, but still no map control will be taken by Atlas, as there it is.
Yeah, the res now finally coming up here, bringing things back. And at least they've gained some information. They have lost a player and lost a res, but they still gained some information and have forced Arkangel really far back. Look at how far they've changed their defense. They are no longer playing those aggressive angles because for the past 3 rounds, I think, they have been punished for that. Over peaking maybe, even though they were getting the trades, even though they were trying to play dynamic defense, they were still getting caught off and they were losing the rounds because of it. So now they're going to attempt maybe just playing a little bit safer, a little bit more passive. And you can see they are really respecting Atlas way, way more.
If dry peeks this, PBD is there with the operator. I believe the Aldril was able to spot out Bri in the corner. That's why PBD is looking straight at B-Long. He's going to try to bait out the shot because there are some setups coming in from the mid side here. PBD is going to be running away with the Cloudburst, but still gets spotted. Oh, that's not going to be too good. He gets into the cubby area, so maybe he has a hope in a dream. But he has the knife out!
No.
You've seen it in another game. You cannot have your knife out in a gunfight, and that was just unfortunate for PBD as Atlas reigns supreme onto the B side, taking down the 3 members of Arkangel, Johan and Carl, to try to clutch.
Look at how nice their strats are. They even have Dre lurking, coming around from A. It's just an absolute masterclass here. He gets caught off, sure. He has information. He's happy to trade his life for information because it is a 4v2 after all. And so they will have to all push. Same angle. I think Arkangel have no business in this round. Up until Johan and Carl. They make things interesting. They take a lot of scalps here, but they're out of time right now, and they definitely have to get out. I don't know if he'll make it. I don't think so.
Oh, just barely.
Just clipping the edge of it. And that's everyone on the side of Atlas dying in a 5v2.
I mean, they got the money, so I guess it's fine. They're going to be able to buy up. At least what was the beautiful part about that one was that they got the site and they got the round. In the end, that's what matters, right? It's what Linkin Park has taught us. Oh, wait, sorry. In the end, it doesn't matter. The vice versa of that, sorry. But in any case, though, it will still allow Arkangel to save up a little bit of weaponry coming into this round. Although, again, gotta remind you guys, 1,000 creds if you survive and lose a round. So they cannot buy up for their teammates, but at least they can save up these weapons that they have. Josh S once again on the prowl outside of showers, and if there's too many people pushing out, you can see he has the showstopper in his arsenal to use, as Atlas once again is just going for this 5-man peek out here. They do know. Sorry, go ahead.
they're going to be peeking behind this Aldrone and bursting out the moment they see somebody. This is the beauty about how Atlas plays. No hesitation. They never do. So watch this carefully. They don't spot anybody, and the danger thing here as well is they have no shower control, but that's the paranoia coming out, going through straight up into the lamps area. Gonna get that wall down, and it's one of the most classic executes, excuse me, that we've ever seen here. But PBD taking out his counterpart Dre. Carl will get that kill onto Yoshi, and that's the spike drop right there. The Hunter's Fury does take down Yoshi, and you know what? This is what I mean. You can't really execute onto A without gaining that much more map control. You at least need showers. Nasty he will finally bite back, get 2 kills for himself. Clyde finally trades it up, but he's very well separated from the rest of his team right now, and Nasmi finds his 3rd, and that's a good defense from Arkangel. I think Atlas, they hesitated a little too much right there. What went wrong, Astra, in that round?
Just to say in like one word, Carl. he had his hunt. He was in bait. Okay. Imagine this. If you just look at the minimap when that was all happening, he was at their spawn, threw out the Hunter's Fury, hit the planter, basically denied any control on A. Granted, they had to use the wall to kind of split A apart. It was okay for Atlas at that point because they had the control, but the Hunter's Fury. And then when everybody from Atlas was trying to go to B, he still had his recon dart to try to make something work out. Josh S is not going to miss an opportunity. If you try to challenge him in showers, he will take you on for a ride. I don't know what to talk about this, but he just took out ahead. So that's 2 kills for Arkangel. Make that 3.
Yeah, and Atlas now, they're getting red right here. The momentum has definitely swung in the favor of Arkangel. A lot of information now available for them. They have pretty significant amounts of map control right here, especially after pushing here. What? Look at this. They know where that Cypher is. Will they back him up, though? Yes, in fact, they will. Johan prevails in that duel. 3 kills for him in this round now. And finally, Clyde's going to make himself known. We'll be checking his flank just to make sure he doesn't get flanked. But incoming, Josh S will prevail with a beautiful tappy tap. 4-6, and Arkangel will definitely take this lead here. If I'm not mistaken, the economy is in tatters for Atlas.
Someone needs to deal with Josh S. This kid right here has been popping off. And yes, by a mean kid, he's the young one in the Arkangel roster. I remember before Arkangel was again called TMT, Tito Moto, which means uncles, right? Your uncle. And that's because a lot of them are of uncle age. They are proud to admit it, and they are proud to say that they have the skills, even in their uncle age, to pop off. But they have Josh S right now, who I think is it's a nice little addition because he kind of adds that aggression and that kind of confidence to try to make those plays out. And he's been dominating Shower ever since. Atlas have tried to peek him out one by one. It hasn't worked out. Maybe they have to buy an operator or something here to do that. But they decided to just not let it happen and try to get the control on short as well as U-Haul rather than anything else and get that spike planted down already.
Now, Dre getting that first kill onto Johan. Nice tap by Josh S. He finds Clyde fantastically, but Brian's going to take him out in response, and it's going to be a 3v3. Information now available. Dre, he will be revealed as well. Trying to push now towards Lamp. Here has a good angle, but he gets one. Unable to get that second onto Nasmi though, but it is still a trade in their favor. Tim now has his barrier orb. It's going to be swinging out here, 1v1. He has the spike planted for him. What's he going to do? Now, Nasmi, he fakes it, puts up that barrier. Look at the big brain play here by Tim. And yet again with the off-angle peaks. Amazing stuff from the battle sage of Radlas.
Tim, he's just able to get those nice little plays. I love it. This is why I just adhere, or I just want people more to give love to this particular agent. She was cut off with the setups and everything, the pre-round walls, but to Tim, it doesn't matter because he's still able to utilize the most important abilities of Sage when it counts. And I mean, adding that wall up just for him to boost up, that really wrecked the mindset of Nasmi, because it's either the boost or he's playing around the triple box, which you saw Nasmi kind of thinking about. PBD though, he's starting to lose a little bit of his luster. No, not just yet, as he does take down Yoshi, down to 29, but he might get caught as Dre gets control of Hookah.
And towards B, they find themselves right here. The rotation coming in.
Kill my allies.
And they've brought it back just with that one pick. You look at this, Tim. He's bought his team an advantage with that res in the very last round. And they're going to be rotating off those angles. Heading towards A right now. They're leaving Dre there to make a little bit of noise, and they're having the owl drone to keep them honest here towards B. There is still a Hunter's Fury available, and he's going to use it to get this kill right here once he gets that spot. No, just going to be using the Shock Dart instead. Oh, there it is. That's what we've been waiting for. He forces him to the back of sight and then uses the Hunter's Fury. Oh, look at how sexy that is from Yoshi right now. Nasmi gets that kill onto Dre though, but it's a fake. They're heading towards A.
They're not going to get picked out just yet because Clyde is going to be colliding onto Johan. Still, he will be able to get the kill there, securing the U-Haul area, making it very difficult for Josh S to make something happen here on A Heaven, especially that he got spotted out, and Clyde is not done. He is hunting for them, and he gets the information. The last two coming out from the spawn side.
And I love how diverse they are. One person to push to find information, the rest not giving any information. And look at what he's doing yet again. Now, Carl is forced to check this. Because of the way that Tim is playing, Bri gets that punish, and Yoshi follows it up. Look at how much space Tim is buying for his team.
Do you see that boost from Tim?
It's switching sides. Yes, it's disgusting.
He blocked off U-Haul and even allowed Bri to get on top of, I don't know what you call it, the
ABC?
Is that what you call it? Yeah.
Well, that's what I call it.
Okay, ABC. We'll call it ABC. Somebody maybe in the Twitch chat can...
Some people call it truck.
Truck. The other one, the one before that, the like the HUD, the shed. I'll just call it shed. Yeah. He got boosted up there, and Josh was looking for people down below, so that really messed up Josh's, I guess, like predictions on where his opponent is. As he tries to go for that showstopper play.
Man, Tim, man, he's a game changer. Like, he hasn't been getting the kills, but the way he has been facilitating for his team, it's just phenomenal. He gets those reses up. He gets that, you know, those clutch plays when he needs to. Every single time, the utility this guy brings to the table, it's phenomenal.
That's true. I'm fanboying for Tim. Man, he is just, again, showing to us. Jesse Vash, when you compare it again And I just got to compare it back because Jesse Vash is one of the original Sage players
So
back
different.
around 1.09, I believe 1.08.
Yeah.
But he's kind of relegated himself to going to Sova, and it's so different to how he plays. Jesse Vash plays it a little bit more defensive, but you see Tim with these, like you said, off angles, these aggressive peaks that really does allow Atlas to get these one-ups, and Arkangel, at least for some of these, are not prepared for it. But of course, we're going to go for the second half, and it's a pistol once again.
And this might be more, and honestly, this might be more dangerous here for Arkangel because Tim on that Sage, on the defense, that's not a defensive Sage. He's going to run out and hit you. You know, he's a very fearsome thing to deal with here. PBD, he's going to be dashing towards Lamps, but as the recon dart expended, this to be able to get them some information. But Arkangel, so they don't have any walls.
30
they do have
seconds
shower
left.
control though, so they will get the spike down. The damage is coming through though, so Arkangel, they're taking a lot of hits. Nobody dying just yet. As the retake now commences, a 5v5 towards the A side here. What can Atlas do? Pushing towards showers right now. Nasmi is just behind the smoke here. Could get a quick kill as Dre being very sneaky here. It's Johan to get 3. Quickly followed up by Bry and Dre. One person left standing. It's a 1v1 between the two Jets. There is information from Dre. Can he clutch this for his team? All it's going to take is one more hit right now, and that baits out a little bit of a reaction now. And Dre somehow gets it. Low HP. Gets the kill and diffuses the spike in a very, very convincing fashion. Atlas, what a beautiful retake.
Beautiful retake as well. That was incredibly messy. I actually thought that Arkangel was going to win that because Johan was able to get like 3 kills in less than a second on U-Haul, but they were still able to pick it up. I think it made it a little bit more difficult for Atlas here because they used their info gathering abilities, the Recon Dart and the Cypher Cam, a bit too early as Arkangel was coming in. Granted, it did allow them to know if Arkangel did get U-Haul or something like that, but saving the Recon Dart I think might have made it a little bit easier. Still though, they were successful because they came in as a team and just, again, obliterated them. And kudos to Dre. He played that perfectly, forcing PBD to challenge him as he got for that second try on the defuse.
And this just leaves me to be wondering, man, who the hell are these guys, these kids, man? Atlas, they are just phenomenal, and you can tell that they're legit because, you know, their executes are sexy, their play is patient. They don't play just like some random pug champs, you know?
Yeah.
They play with intelligence and patience, and this is what we're seeing from them here against a veteran team like Arkangel.
One player remaining.
And they're so clean. There we go. A prime gaming flawless from them. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, they might be, I'm calling it right now, guys. Atlas might be, you know, the future of Philippine Valorant right here.
True that. It's gonna force a lot of these teams to kind of respect and adapt a little bit more to this kind of controlled play style. Now to add to that, or at least, you know, on another topic, Josh S, even though he has been playing so aggressively with all of the nades that he's been throwing out, he only has a record as of this first game, a 7-8-4, which means that he's been eking out a lot, but he's been getting very little, well, rewards. And he's not getting anyone in this round because Dre, he's just on point. This is what I'm talking about. Dre
S, he's been deadly for his team so far. Nice tap onto Clyde. And he's really hanging things on for his team. Arkangel right now. Nasmi yet again, but Josh S goes down, and it's a 1v3. Johan gets the final kill. Arkangel tie the game up.
10-9. Not yet the tie.
Oh, almost.
Almost.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's the hype. Oh my goodness. Again, I don't know what it is with the Rays players, and just kind of once they start rolling, it just keeps rolling and rolling like a snowball being thrown or being dropped from top of a mountain as he gets bigger and bigger, and that is basically what Josh is doing right now. He is allowing Arkangel to pop off once again. Something else that Arkangel have been doing here is that they kind of been giving slightly U-Haul control to the defenders, and they've been focusing more on the outside showers there based on the round that we saw previously. Tactical pause, I believe, will be done for the moment. Might be because of Atlas's side here, as they are, again, struggling for the past couple of rounds. They will be put up to the Sheriff here for the moment, so if you haven't seen them really pop off with just these weapons, it has to be the full buy, and this should at least be a 10-10 with Arkangel getting that economy advantage.
You know, Johan, he's actually getting a lot of kills. He's ahead. He's the highest scoring person on the server. Well, we haven't really been talking about him a lot, I think. It's probably because all the highlights have been going towards, like, Josh S, you know?
Yeah.
He's just been, you know, this bastion for his team, Josh S, right here. And I think it has a lot to do with all the experience that he has had as a player. And wow, okay. Just absolutely demolishes Dre within a fraction of a second there.
They're losing some steam here. Atlas, they need their full util. It just goes to show that they got more setup when they have abilities lined up for them. Tim, though. Ooh, okay. He's going to challenge Josh as a little bit as he peeks out. Going to be able to. Where did that slow go? I'm not sure where it popped off. We can't see it on the X-ray, so I'm kind of interested if that was a true lineup or that's kind of like a guess. In any case, though, Johan spawning out Tim. Going to allow Carl to be able to peek out and eke out the hookah with his out drone. 50 seconds left onto the clock, and Atlas still have opportunities. They still have options to try to read where Arkangel is, but they know they're on the weaker buy. They have the numbers, and they will just decide to go for B.
Yeah, B is the poison of choice here for Arkangel, as all four members will be heading in. Don't know what you can really do to stop this with those Sheriffs. Trying to go for those wall banks at least is something, but I'm not going to find anything at the moment. It is going to be, I think, a clean round in the end for Arkangel. They've lost one, sure, but they'll be happy with it anyway. Should tie up the game. One more last-ditch attempt here. Johan getting 4, and that's an easy spray down for him all day long, picking him one after the other. It's a good round to tie things up here for Arkangel.
Are they going to be able to buy up the operator here for Dre once again? Or is... Oh, okay. So Tim and Dre kind of exchange or interchange the operator between the two of them. It seems like it's going to be Dre first. He's been racking up the kills here, 17, 17, and 2. And I think if we do see the scoreboard later on when the panel breaks it down, he should have a good amount of first bloods as well. And looks like he'll decide to go for the shower area here. So this is a kind of common thing that we do see, is that operator players go for shower on bind because it's such a very powerful angle for them. Yoshi has been bought up with the operator as well. So this is a two-pronged, very expensive investment that Atlas are going to be trying to do. So if this does not work out, they will be broke AF coming into the next round. So they got to be careful, and they got to be able to stop Arkangel before they get into a side, or else these two operators, they're not going to have much on the post play, or on the post plan rather. Dre gets one.
That's the opening pick, and you know, Dre, with this double op setup, I said this time and time again, if you want to win this, you have to have the early picks. See how they can hold off this onslaught coming in here. It's going to be Dre with that. Oh, just completely spraying, but missing that opportunity. I think that's the first time I've pretty much seen that. Somebody blind sprays that through the smoke. But Dre looking to get clever here. Waiting for that recon. It's very, very nice. How intelligent was that play from Atlas? That was so beautifully done. Josh S once again taking down Tim. And he's bringing it back single-handedly now in a 1v3 heading towards B.
Deja vu, or maybe a similar deja vu. We've seen this before happen for Dispenser, but Josh S is gonna get flushed out of his hidey hole as Yoshi had his Hunter's Fury. It is just an annoying ability to try to deal with. Josh S hoped that he could have gotten the spike down so he could play for post plant and hope to get a 1 versus 3. He could not have faked it and maybe try to go for AA. I don't think he had any time at all to play that slow, so he really had to risk it, guys. And even though it looked kind of, again, not good for us, that was the only option for Josh S, because after that spike plant, even if he doesn't get taken down by the Hunter's Fury, he still had to play the 3 versus 1.
I want to go back to what Dre did right there with Yoshi. You see how long he waited for that recon? He hid in the smoke, waited for Yoshi's recon dart, and the moment he hid in the smoke and the moment that he saw somebody, he uses his classic and takes him out. That was some big brain 200 IQ stuff. Instead of holding on to his op right there, it's a very unconventional play, but it works.
Classic is such a strong weapon for being such a free gun as well, right? Triple the burst fire again on the head. 3 of those bullets does like 50 plus damage each, so that's like 150, so easy kills. It's actually even better than the shorty if you can be accurate with it. But speaking of not being accurate, Dre will get flushed out of showers, and again, that operator is null and void. Tim getting Johan, I believe, as he was coming out from triple, but this is going to be the full control by the side of Arkangel on U-Haul area, as Atlas will be going for the retake. They do still have a resurrection and the slow orbs, so maybe they can force Arkangel out of their hidey holes. And here comes Tim.
Oh, he's gotten one. That's the res gone, though. Josh S and Carl bring it back. Up above, it's going to be the showstopper yet again. Now Carl in this 1v1, and he misses that chance. Oh, no. That should have been around for Arkangel, but the big miss coming up right there. Yoshi prevails in the end, and it's a defuse just in the nick of time. I think Carl could have actually hit instead. And that gives us match point to Atlas.
Match point.
Does Arkangel have money to buy? They do. So that's still at least a chance for them here. It's not the end of the world just yet, and they can make do with this one. But my, oh my, Atlas. Again, I do like to point this out. This team is incredible on the attacking side. No team has yet truly broken the iron wall that Atlas has been able to surround themselves at in any map that we've seen. We've seen them on Ascent just pop off. We've seen them on Bind now popping off. Maybe, just maybe, it's PBD with Operator who can break the mold and allow Arkangel to stay alive.
I'll be honest, he has been missing the shots right here. Nice paranoia. PBD brings it back, and that's a nice follow-up right there by Carl. And the 1-2 punch is good towards that B side here. Arkangel are definitely here. They're definitely alive right now. Can they close out the rounds? Right, getting up close and personal. No one was watching his back. Josh S is there to trade, and Carl follows it up though, but they've brought it to a 12-11. And Arkangel, they want to take us to overtime.
PBD just on point on that B-long. It's as simple and as easy as can be. They got to be careful. They got to respect that. And, oh, wait. Atlas is broke. They got no money. And this is 12-11. Are we going to go for overtime? That is the question. Dre is going to be situated on the judge. Are they going to go for that pinch move that is always so prevalent in the defending side on B on Bind? It seems not. They're going to be pushing onto the short area here, as it now is the one round for Arkangel to get this and push us overtime. If they lose this on the eco of Atlas, which is not good whatsoever.
Well, it's a forced buy, not 100% eco, because it is the last round after all. And the Stingers and the judges and the sheriffs are now coming out for Atlas. You know, they've made this work before, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do turn it around. We've seen some crazy-ass games, even in VXV in the qualifier, when those 13-11s should have been 12-12s. We saw it time and time again here. It might be the case here, though. But so patient. Look at this. Josh S., he knows. They just want to bleed them out. And this is what you want to do. If you're an experienced team like Arkangel, and you know you have the advantage economically speaking, all you got to do is wait. You got to wait for the right timing. You got to wait for the right opportunity. Right here. Because Atlas, you know they're going to make a mistake. You sweat them out, you bleed them out.
True, but Atlas is really just putting their finger on the trigger here, but not really pulling it. So this could actually work out. I do like the use on that nade just to keep him out, and it's gonna be the judge!
Oh.
Okay, Dre takes down 2. Carl activates his Hunter's Fury, but the Michael Jackson from the back by Bright allows him to get out of harm's way, and it's a 3 versus 4 with Atlas securing the lid. 15 seconds on the clock. Arkangel, you gotta push, you gotta go somewhere. The slow orb coming from Tim, and they read them like a book. 10 seconds, they gotta go in right now, but Tim is on the site. Is it gonna be the shutdown? He gets the one, Carl denies it, but no! Tim! You insane player, you! They get the spike planted down, but it's a defuse, and that is the GG for game number 1. Whoa, oh, sorry.